Round 2. Alright, this hand is pretty sweet. 2 Delve spells, but other than that, solid curve. 3 drop, 6 drop, 8 drop. Sandbar, not exactly right on time. Could actually just play the sandbar and then be able to play the flock and unmorph it. I think that's the plan. Leave up more colors. There's always a chance it confuses them a little. Confuses them. Okay. So, if I attack, then he swings back, I probably unmorph. If he plays a spell that pumps it, it kills my flock. Or I could just lead back the sandbar on blocking duty. I think we'll play it safe and not attack with the sandbar since our hand is great in the late game. And I don't really want to trade the flock for the expert that much. Since it can do so much more. And the sandbar trades with the expert very well. And this will be able to block any flyers and give us time to cast our ridiculously expensive stuff. Okay. Discarding Deflecting Palm, so it's not mana flooded. Just leave this as a secret. Can't really do anything. It's his 5th land. Which makes sense after Tormenting Voices. Also makes sense getting rid of this. Kind of. Well, I'm not really. Must have a stacked hand. So I could unmorph this and then just set that adrift. Buys time to dig. Think now we just want to bring low it. Well, he's tapped out. more worried about it than the Seeker. Even though every spell he casts gains him life, we're not really too worried about him gaining life. We're gonna be able to outcard him with Dig, hopefully. Here is the plan, which we can cast next turn. Okay. More expertise. Lots of prowess. I think I just want to dig here. He should be at least a little afraid we have something. Ooh. Mantis Rider. Seems good. If he had a prowess trigger, it's pretty good for him. Yep. Tormenting Voice. This guy's deck seems sweet. Discarding Weave Fate. So his last card is a doozy. Could be like Ride Down. Makes me suspect it is Ride Down. I think we still have to do this though. Okay. I'm happy with that. Cast one of the best cards ever, Dig Through Time. Okay, so we have Forceway, Ice Feather Aven, Instigator, and Longshot Squad. Almost certainly want the Ice Feather Aven, and probably the Longshot Squad is gonna be the thing that provides us some value, since the other two are more tempo plays, and Force of Way isn't even gonna loot. And the Instigator is much better when we're in a tempo position. So I could go long squat and then play a morph or a flyer. This last card is apparently something good. Could also just like morph the Ice Feather and then bounce something. The Longshot Squad doesn't block very well. Could just also play Snowhorn unmorphed. Also Set Adrift. Set Adrift might actually be the play here on the Bloodfire Expert, and then morph the actually maybe just the Wind Scout after Set Adrift. I think this is the play though, since we're pretty far ahead on tempo. Actually, I'll just morph the Snowhorn, since we're not going to block anything on the Seeker if he does go for an attack. Alright. Best guess for this is it's a Freet Weapons Master. Land would be good. We could morph Ice Feather and be able to threaten to unmorph that. Ooh. Winter Flame, not too shabby. So if we Ice Feather and then want to bounce something, I think that's the play. Also do have Winter Flame up. Could speculatively have killed the morph, just assuming it was Weapons Master, which would have been good then. That seems fine. Maybe even want to block like that. Assume it is the Weapons Master. Yep. Just bounce whatever he's targeting. Okay, that went pretty well. I guess we're on the unmorph Snowhorn plan if he wants to swing, which does get blown out by a lot of things. But we can assume he doesn't really have most of those things at this point. Otherwise he'd be using them. go ahead and block like that and see if he does anything. Okay, that's definitely something. It's not great for us. He doesn't have anything after that. Should be fine though. If he has a way to deal with the Snowhorn, pretty much dead. This is fine. Narset. That is a guy. Probably just chill the Mantis Rider and hope he doesn't hit if he wants to swing with Narset. Hexproof is a bit of a beating. Alright, he's going for it. Depending on what he hits, we'd probably end up double blocking. Alright, so that is a big old miss, just a singing bell strike. Alright, hope this doesn't go horribly wrong. Chances are he doesn't have the cards to make it go horribly wrong at this point. Alright, not that bad. At this point, it's closer to giving it vigilance rather than anything else. And he's out of cards. Just get all our guys in play before we worry about untapping him. Okay. Something to Winter Flame if he wants to attack with Mantis Rider. Assume he's swinging with Weapons Master. He should have done that before he played his dude. I suppose I'm double blocking. Don't really want to go to 4 and die to Arrow Storm off the top, but losing Long Shot Squad isn't the greatest ever either. I think I'll go with the block. This game looks to be good enough that we can win it without the Long Shot Squad. Although both plays are a little bit risky. For a second there, it looked like he wanted to kill the flare, which would have been amazing. Alright. Can afford to morph him for sure. And even go ahead and attack here. Plan is to block the Mantis Rider and Winter Flame the Bondkin. Guess the morph might be a little scary for him, but I assume he's got to be attacking with Mantis Rider. And not these, since I can untap the Snowhorn. So this should go according to plan. Unless he drew something sweet off the top. Alright, looks good. And now we can start getting our beatdown on. So it could hit for an extra 3 with the flare, or even leave back the rider. So that does 11. Yeah, I think we go in with the team, since that is a very fast clock. You can get in with the student, but that's not really that scary. If he did attack with the student, I might have even blocked just out of fear of some ridiculousness, like Arrow Storm and a Pump Spell. It would have threatened, or not quite, 8 plus 11. It would have not quite threatened a lethal on this swing back, so. Alright. Second time's the charm, we're going to gain some life. And bounce off that guy. And don't really need to play this anymore since our mana sink is gone. And even though our board got worse, our life total got higher. Make the safe attack. See what he wants to do. Okay, so first thought is a second weapons master. Just go ahead and block like that. it is a second weapons master and just that, then I not tracker. Well, don't know if he was just bluffing or had something in hand. So his morphs are tracker, stalker, weapons master. He has D-Palm, Fate, Tormenting Voice times 2, D-Strike, and Smite the Monstrous. So pretty standard little Jeskai deck. Yeah. How about we sideboard now? Write in your opponent's morphs down. Good to do. Blinding Spray is awesome against Weapons Master. I love siding in Blinding Spray. Probably siding out Set Adrift. The Water Whirl is like decent against like Deflecting Palm and that sort of thing. And the Weapons Master, obviously. What else? Anything for Mantis Rider? Not that I would expect there is in our sideboard, but I'd say this looks pretty good. I don't really want Dragon's Crypt. Cancel would be medium, I suppose. Alright, this is definitely a keeper. Have the Rattleclaw. Smoke Teller. I guess we're just playing that, since Rattleclaw doesn't really accelerate us into too much. But it will if we play it next turn. Could get an early Snowhorn Rider out with another land. Yeah. Let's not get Defiant Striked. Could be a bluff, but alright. Well, didn't cycle Defiant Strike. I mean, I assume it was a bluff now, because he should have cycled Defiant Strike. Still, it's probably not worth it to take the bait. I'll just hit him for 2. Go ahead and morph the Mystic. Right now it's our only source of red mana. Definitely not blocking. Would be pretty insane of them to have Defiant Strike at this point and not be cycling it. So we just have to assume he's willing to trade. Okay, let's get out a Snowhorn Rider, I suppose. Other plays don't seem as good. And this one pretty much in the books. He is stuck on 2 white sources, which will not do much against my mighty 5/5. Still don't want to risk the Mystic since it's our only red source, and assume he's blocking here. Actually, maybe not, since the Seeker's maybe one of the only ways he actually gets back in the game. Alright, if he has Defiant Strike, okay, Feat of Resistance. That's much more reasonable to have. Alright, he's going to get to gain a boatload. Probably just want to get rid of that now since it is a huge problem if he is able to abuse it. Okay, a little setback, but it's gonna take a lot more than that to get him back in the game. Attack with both. Not even afraid of Wrath at this point. Next turn we can instigate. Instigator, of course, only works on your own turn, which is an important thing to remember with it. Had someone try and use it in my during when I was attacking against me, and that didn't work out very well. Opponent, classy, saying GG, and he enjoys my articles. Alright, finals.